everybody. Father Rich Jasper from Immaculate Conception and St. Jude's in Elkton and North East, Maryland. We are in the first week of Lent. It is Saturday, February 28th, and we are today in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 43 to 48. Matthew writes, Jesus said to his disciples, "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your heavenly Father. For he makes his sun rise on the bad and the good and causes rain to fall on the just and the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what recompense will you have? Do not tax collectors do the same? And if you greet your brothers and sisters only, what is unusual about that? Do not the pagans do the same? So be perfect, as your heavenly Father is perfect." I heard a story years ago that has stuck with me all these years. Shortly after the Oklahoma City bombing back in 1995, TV reporters, again, it was so shocking at the time to have something of that immensity happen on American soil. And reporters were swarming all over the place trying to find survivors and family members of the victims. And one reporter came up to a dad who was grieving the loss of his daughter. She had just started working at the federal building maybe a couple days before. And the reporter asked a question, something along the lines of, "Are you holding hate in your heart for whoever did this?" And his response, and again, you could see the anguish, and he was sobbing as a father would losing his daughter. But he said this, he says, "My daughter is my heart, and I will not let my memory of her be one of hate. She would choose to forgive and to love, and so I must do the same." And I think about that dad a lot, and I think about how hard those words are and how hard that is to embrace. But really, I mean, here's the challenge of Christianity that is unlike any other challenge in any other religion. Jesus is calling us out to say, look, it's easy to love your friends. It's easy to love the people who like you, most times. But it's hard to love your enemies. And the only way that we can love our enemies is first and foremost by looking at Christ himself and inviting him into those spaces where he can do that work of helping us to forgive, to be able to say, I don't necessarily love the act, but I will choose to forgive the person. And therein lies the difference here. Jesus is not saying, act as if nothing happened. What he's simply saying is, don't let their hatred or their act cause you to live a life chained to hate. If we love our enemies, what that ultimately means is we are choosing to not let hate define us, but instead we're asking God to forgive them, have mercy on them, do God's justice for them, but it's on God to take care of that, not us. We simply have to love our enemies by praying for them, by asking God's mercy upon them and God's justice, but then hate will not be what holds grasp of our heart. That dad in Oklahoma City that day, he chose, and it was a choice that he made to say, I choose to forgive because my daughter would not want me to live that way. I won't honor her by living in hate. I'll honor her and I will remember her by living or choosing to forgive and to love the enemy. That's what it means to be perfect, as your heavenly Father is perfect. God bless you.